Let's get right into it.
Number 7. Yes, the liquid gold of Pinterest moms everywhere. Coconut oil is the magical substance people claim can do everything. Moisturize your skin, replace your deodorant, cook your dinner, whiten your teeth, and maybe even fix your taxes. If you believe the hype 5 years ago, you probably have a dusty mason jar of it sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now, next to that one bottle of chia seeds you also swore you'd use daily. Here's the thing. Coconut oil is not the angelic fat savior we were promised. People love to brag that it boosts your metabolism and burns fat faster, like some kind of dietary cheat code. But science just sighs and says, yeah, about that. Coconut oil is mostly saturated fat, like the kind doctors keep warning us about since forever. Eating spoonfuls of it won't give you abs, it'll just give your arteries a very tight hug. Sure, there are tiny studies showing medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which coconut oil has, might be metabolized differently. But unless you're drinking MCT oil directly like some Silicon Valley biohacker, you're not getting enough to make a difference. Coconut oil is about 90% saturated fat, while butter is around 63%. Yep. Congratulations, you basically bought a tropical version of butter. The irony? Coconut oil does work for skin and hair, so if you want to look like a shiny snack while slowly clogging your heart, go ahead.
Number 6. You've probably seen acai bowls plastered across Instagram like edible mood boards. There's the purple slush that looks like Barney had a smoothie accident, covered in granola, chia, and 3 strawberries strategically placed to make you feel like you're eating health incarnate. Acai has been branded as the ultimate superfood, packed with antioxidants, anti-aging powers, and maybe even the ability to unlock your third eye. But here's the spoiler. Acai is just fruit. Exotic fruit? Sure. Expensive fruit? Definitely. Magical? Not even close. All those super antioxidant claims, they're technically true. Acai has antioxidants. But so do blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and even plain old apples. You don't see your grandma dropping $12 on an apple bowl topped with bee pollen and coconut shavings. And the weight loss hype? Pure marketing. Acai doesn't torch fat, doesn't boost metabolism, and it won't cleanse your soul. What it will do is taste kind of tart, make your hands purple if you spill it, and drain your bank account faster than you can say influencer discount code. Basically, acai is just a regular berry wearing designer clothes. Pretty? Yes. Worth the hype? Not even close. Number 5. This is the Beyoncé of kitchen hype. People are out here taking straight shots of apple cider vinegar like it's holy water that'll cleanse their sins and their waistline at the same time. The claims? It'll help you lose weight, control blood sugar, cure hiccups, clean your house, and probably ward off vampires. Now, science does admit vinegar in general might help slow the spike in blood sugar after meals. That's cool. But all the weight loss miracle stuff, it's basically placebo in a hipster bottle. Drinking ACV doesn't melt fat. It just makes you pucker up like you've been slapped by a sour lemon with anger issues. And let's not forget the dark side. People actually burn their throats from chugging the stuff. Dentists are crying because vinegar erodes enamel faster than a TikTok trend dies. And don't even get me started on the ACV detox cleanses. Spoiler, your liver already has that job covered. The only real winners here are the vinegar companies who convinced you that salad dressing juice is basically medicine. Congrats, you paid extra to hurt your teeth and annoy your taste buds.
Number 4.
If acai is the flashy Instagram model, then goji berries are its older, hippie cousin. These little red dried fruits got marketed as the Himalayan secret to immortality, which sounds like something Gandalf would snack on while lecturing hobbits. The claims? Goji boosts immunity, improves eyesight, fights cancer, and probably helps you ascend into spiritual enlightenment if you eat enough of them. Reality check? They're basically raisins with a better PR agent. Yes, they have vitamins. So do carrots, oranges, and spinach. And no, eating a handful won't extend your lifespan unless your life plan involves avoiding traffic accidents and, not smoking. The funniest part is the pricing. People pay 10 times more for goji when, nutritionally, they're on the same playing field as regular old berries. And half the studies hyped up online, done in test tubes or on animals. Spoiler, your body is not a petri dish, and you are not a lab rat. Well, unless your job is particularly soul-crushing. So unless you just love dropping cash on Himalayan raisins, maybe just grab a bag of frozen blueberries and call it a day.
Number 3. At some point, chia seeds went from the weird little sprout pets from the 90s to tiny black dots that will save your entire digestive system. You throw them in water, they puff up into slimy frog eggs, and suddenly, bam! You're promised better digestion, glowing skin, and maybe eternal youth if you mix them into your overnight oats. Yes, chia seeds have fiber, lots of it, and omega-3s too. But here's the scammy part. The type of omega-3s they have aren't the super powerful ones from fish that actually protect your heart. Your body barely converts chia's ALA into the good stuff, EPA and DHA. So, unless you're planning on eating bathtubs of chia pudding, you're not unlocking any hidden health level. And that helps you lose weight claim? Technically, if you fill your stomach with a bunch of gelatinous seeds, you might feel full, but you're also basically bloating yourself with edible slime. Congratulations, you're a human lava lamp. The kicker? Chia seeds can actually mess you up if you don't prep them right. Dry chia plus throat equals choking hazard. There are documented cases of people ending up in the ER because their trendy seeds turned into cement mid-swallow. Nothing like being betrayed by your $12 superfood bag.
Number 2. Kale, the mascot of smug health culture. At one point, you couldn't walk into a cafe without being assaulted by kale smoothies, kale chips, and kale salads that tasted like crunchy regret. For years, kale was worshipped as the leafy green of destiny, the chosen one that would cure all diseases and make you a glowing beacon of wellness. Here's the thing. Kale is healthy, but so is spinach, so is broccoli. So is literally any green vegetable that doesn't make you chew for 30 minutes straight. Kale isn't special, it's just overhyped. It doesn't detox your body. Again, your liver is doing that while you sit here. It doesn't magically protect you from cancer. And spoiler, eating too much kale can actually mess with your thyroid because of the compounds it has. Yes, kale can betray you. Also, remember the kale is packed with iron myth? Well, the kind of iron in plants isn't absorbed nearly as well as the one in meat. So unless you're washing it down with a vitamin C chaser, you're basically just gnawing on bitter leaves for moral superiority. So yeah, kale's fine, but you don't need to worship it. Sometimes a plain old salad mix will do the same job without tasting like yard trimmings.
Number 1. Imagine you're at a farmer's market and a glowing root is whispering promises to you like a tiny orange snake oil salesman. That's turmeric. It smells like curry and gets treated online like the single spice that will personally fix your colon, your cousin's chronic pain, and possibly your love life if you sprinkle it just so. Social media calls it curcumin, brands bottle it as a concentrated miracle, and influencers dunk it into everything from lattes to face masks while lecturing you about inflammation like they're a medieval apothecary with Wi-Fi. Here's the honest bit nobody wants to say. Most of the dramatic benefits you hear about come from lab dishes, mice, or humans taking absurdly high doses, not the sprinkle on your salad approach. Curcumin, the compound people obsess over, has terrible bioavailability. That's scientist speak for your body doesn't absorb it well. Eat a teaspoon of turmeric and your bloodstream politely ignores it. To get the effects seen in studies, You'd need concentrated extracts, clever formulations, or a weird chemistry class setup. And even then, the evidence in humans is patchy. Also, most turmeric supplements are a wild west of quality. Companies slap standardized curcumin on a label and hope you don't notice that third-party testing and dosage are optional. Some pills contain filler, some contain the good stuff, and some are basically capsule-shaped optimism. There's also a fun twist. Curcumin can interact with meds, blood thinners, antacids, even chemotherapy treatments. So popping a natural pill without mentioning it to your doctor is basically playing nutritional roulette. And that turmeric latte everyone drinks? It's mostly milk, sugar, and a tiny orange fleck pretending to be a remedy. If you like the taste, fine. Enjoy your cozy, spicy cup. But don't expect it to melt inflammation away like a tiny golden Tide Pod for your joints. In short, turmeric is tasty, occasionally helpful in specific controlled contexts, and wildly oversold as a one-stop health miracle. Basically, your spice rack is not a pharmacy, and no root, no matter how photogenic, is going to replace real medicine or a decent night's sleep. Your liver will probably thank you for saving the money and leaving the supplement aisle to the interns. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.